Hi, and welcome back to the Vlanalog. Today, my special guest, Todd Thomas from TM Thomas, the cat's moving the video. From
TM Thomas, the cat's moving the video?
Yes, check out. Trust me, the cats are in his vlog. So check it out. He's very interesting. Anyway, today on my vlog, we're going to discuss Dancing with the Stars of this week. There were 2 episodes, and we'll follow up from our last discussion where, believe it or not, this guy was right. So, congratulations. Shaka Khan.
See you shaking my hand.
Shaka Khan went home.
I can see that big yellow light up there, though. It's like we got a sun in the house.
We do have a sun in the house. It's me. Now, Shaka Khan went home, and you saw that coming. I thought her popularity was going to overcome both her dancing and Kyo, but it did not. Apparently she's not as popular as I thought she was, but seriously, of the people that they listed, that was one of the 3 names I knew. So, I was a little disappointed to see her go. But on that Monday, the one that she went home on, her dance was not good again.
It was not good.
So, she probably deserved to go home. Then, we had a double elimination because on Tuesday, we lost the jockey. Victor
Espinoza.
Yes. I was, again, a little surprised by that. This is what happens when you use a cat condo as your shelf. Anyway, now I agree, again, his dances have been a little disturbing.
A lot of inappropriate hip thrusting.
It was a little odd. And then on Tuesday night, he actually did fairly well, but it was too little, too late. Too little, too late. Get it? So, because he's little. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing about him. So anyway, he went home. An overview of the 2 nights. What are your thoughts on the remaining players?
First impression, I know you hate it when I pause to think.
I'll edit. I'll make him sound real smart.
No, it's not possible.
I'll edit.
Okay. What, you can dub your voice in over mine? Okay. My first takeaway is that it was too early in the season for a double, like 2 dances.
Yes, for sure.
I don't know if you'll agree on the reason, but it wasn't so much the skill level of the folks as there's still so many people, I don't know who's who. There was one of the troupe dancers in the background for the longest time, and I couldn't figure out which celebrity she was and why I didn't remember her.
I know the one.
It just didn't make sense to do so much so soon.
Yeah, I agree.
Until I had more of a connection with
who people. Everybody was.
Because I still don't really care that much about this group. I'm always a fan of practice footage, so we can try to learn who they are, as we've discussed on other vlogs. And this wasn't it. No.
I agree completely about it being too quick for them to just even learn the 2 dances, and it was just all sudden, and they should at least have, that. I like the fact that they aren't eliminated week 1, but essentially they are now because you don't get to vote again on Monday. When they eliminated somebody on Monday night, that was all based on the previous votes and judging, so they were eliminated week 1, even though they got to stick around for 2 weeks. And yeah, the second dance, I thought that was kind of funny. Gary Busey has been named as the one. Now, I don't know if it is in the bottom, because sometimes, but they haven't said not necessarily the bottom 2, so perhaps it really is the bottom 2 in it both times. And so I think he'll probably be going quicker than I expected. Again, certainly probably deserves to go based on skill level, but just, I guess I've really overestimated the popularity of some people.
You have a slightly different taste than the general population, I might suggest. You aren't as up on the vines and the whips and the nays and...
Right. Now, I think that Vine Kid is quite adorable. I can see people liking him. And I think even the group, like, the middle-aged women will love him the way he was with his mother. I mean, that's going to be in his favor.
Cheap bop.
You know, it was, but it seemed very honest, though, too. And then Tamar, wow, I think she's really good.
And I don't know the first thing about her. And a matter of fact, 2 or 3 dances I haven't seen because I've been out of the room.
Oh.
Oh.
Did you see the...
Hi, I'm Todd. You may remember me.
Did you see the Tuesday night dance? Or which one did you miss?
I saw Monday.
Oh, you missed out.
I missed week 1 and the 3rd dance. But, like, I know who her sister is.
And you know who Val's brother is.
Well, I know who Valentine is.
I know, that's how we're talking about siblings. Anyway, we'd like to thank Mr. Thomas for appearing on our show. And he had to leave. Oh, he's back. Okay, so, the married couple.
Pena Vega. That's what I said.
I said Pena Vega. Pena.
Well, I tried to say Pena.
Enya.
I do like Enya. Yes, I'm very white.
Okay. So, I think they're good.
Yeah.
But
nondescript
who is he?
And boring. He's in Big Time Rush.
What does that mean?
They were was it Disney? Why am I asking the camera like it's going to respond?
Maybe the
Either Disney or Nickelodeon. They were a band, and then they had a show about them being a band. They played at the ice skating thing you went to.
Oh my gosh! We went to that this ice skating
thing.
And
Gymnastics Spectacular. It's on NBC or ABC every now and again. They were filming it here in Jamestown.
Yes, and we saw them, and apparently this guy was in the band, and boy, people screamed for them, if I recall correctly. So I guess they are more popular than I give them credit for. I mean, I recognize the girl from Spy Girls. Not Spy Girls. Spy Kids. I recognize.
Yeah, I recognize her from Spy Girls, too. Favorite movie of mine.
I recognized her from... I mean, I didn't watch the movie, but I saw the ads. And then...
Because you don't watch kids' movies.
I don't watch kids' movies.
You didn't as a child, either.
Nope. So, that leaves us with Bindi, who toned it down the past couple of nights, I think, this week, Monday and Tuesday. And I think that will work in her favor. Because I think she could be a little overbearing if she continued with how she started week 1. But...
How so?
Actually, no, probably not.
No, that was a legitimate question. I just don't know what you mean.
Really?
Really?
Or are you comparing her to me?
No, legitimate
just
question.
Okay. I thought you wanted...
Painfully forthright.
I felt that she was a little, like, out there and, like, too excited and too talkative and too, I don't know.
Oh, like you.
Yeah. Just, like, I thought maybe she talked a little too much and was just, like, coming across as, like, too intense. But... I see the camera. So she toned it down, and I think that will definitely help her. And I think, was it Julianne who even told her, you've shown a lot of different sides of you. And I think that's kind of even where she might have been going with that, because she did seem a little different. Nick Carter, boy, Monday night was very rough for him. Tuesday night was a complete turnaround, which is more consistent with how he was last week. So, I mean, obviously the slip and everything.
And he's really growing on me, even though my voice just cracked. I'm not really a boy band kind of person. But he really seems down to earth and grounded, which I didn't expect from someone that's been in this business. And, you know,
well, he used to be in the business, as Aaron Andrews pointed out. So really,
you know what
he had that
was
time period where he was in the business. So basically, he wasn't before and he isn't again. No, but, well, yeah.
And he was born here in this town where we are now.
Yes, he was.
A year before someone in this room.
Me.
I just gave away your age on national YouTube.
Okay. You can probably find it on whitepages.com.
Not sponsored, but we're willing to take offers.
Then we have... Oh, Andy Grammer. Is that his name?
Yep, Andy Grammer.
Yes.
Like Holker, he's kind of a non-entity to me.
What?
Thank you, David Allen Greer.
Who's David Allen Greer?
The guy from Grown Ups 2 that gave you your what noise you do all the time.
No, isn't he? What?
Yeah, well, I thought that's where you were going.
No.
Okay, continue.
I'm not for what you said about Andy Grammer, but for saying Holker. She's a non-entity?
No, Grammer's a non-entity. I like Holker.
You said to me, like Holker.
I like Holker. I
felt that I was missing. I thought you said he's a non-entity to me. We'll listen to the tapes. But I thought you said he's a non-entity to me, like Holker. And
Holker is never a non-entity to me. She's Mrs. Twitch.
Yes. Ooh. That almost makes her a non-entity again. Nothing against Twitch. But I mean, just saying, if you're putting Twitch way up here and then putting her here, if she's Mrs.
She
Twitch.
is a phenomenal dancer in her own right.
Mm-hmm.
But her husband is made of charisma.
Yeah, he is.
And elevates her profile-wise, although she is an exceptional dancer.
Mm-hmm. And we got to see Twitch.
We're going to go over 15 minutes with me just trying to explain that comment.
Well, I can't wait to listen to the tapes on that. Because I'm pretty sure you said she was a non-entity. And that's why I went, what? But actually I went, what? But anyway, I think Andy Grammer's good. And I think he has personality.
He's one of them whippersnappers on the radio that I just don't know who he is. So it's
I hear him on the show. On the radio. And we have Alec, the soldier.
Oh, he does very well.
Every week, every time.
I think he has a good teacher, and they're young and they connect. And
wait, he's with Lindsay or Emma?
Lindsay.
Who's Emma with?
The YouTube kid.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got the one with Vlanalog, the Real Housewife.
Oh, right. That's the one we have left. I don't know. I keep thinking that I thought she and, I had one more who I thought I would keep hearing. Oh, Paula Deen. I thought that those two would keep kind of popping up in the bottom two, even if they weren't the ones that would go, but instead of Gary Busey, because I thought they'd change it up. So maybe that's why they are doing the actual bottom two rather than just scaring somebody, because I thought if they changed it up and kind of put someone that you'd think was in the bottom, it would be one of those two, and they haven't mentioned them, and they just keep putting Gary there. Paula Deen can go home.
Home would be the best possible option. I'd have the places she can go.
But her Monday night dance was actually not bad. Her Tuesday night dance was bad again. So,
where I think Tony's getting some activity out of that Kim.
Yeah.
It's just, I have such an aversion to the whole Real Housewives franchise, it's hard for me to have any buy-in to her.
I do too, and I kind of feel that way, but then she seemed less crazy than I expected. I thought she would have had like 20 meltdowns by now, but instead she's like, I really want to do well because I don't want to disappoint Tony, and it was like this was his, they talked about his background and this, so I kind of gained a little respect for her on Tuesday night, which means she'll probably go home this week. Now that I've kind of taken to her, I think maybe that might be the end of her.
Could be.
But, yeah.
You are the angel of death.
All right. Well, we'll end on saying who you think is gonna go. Who you honestly think is gonna go home this week.
Gary.
Same. Thanks for joining, and we'll check out to see if we were right.